What assailants and offenders are trying to do is to test the force of the military to see if the military do not respond appropriately. Then they will take the next step of reverting Bawku into the former days where public safety challenges and insecurity was the order of the day.
Ghana Armed Forces, yes, or wait, Meno kasa ya san nipa bɔnfo nya kokodro twitwi to de hwe civilians bi so to kum bi mu a Ghana Armed Forces for so retaliate ya emonso to na won se do oche emu du no enhwe mu kire se wasanso achi bi aka ho.
So 21 suspects having arrested in connection with the deadly attack on a military escorted convoy in Binduri in the Upper East region. The latest figure represents a sharp increase from the earlier count of 11 arrests as security agencies ramp up efforts to track down those behind the assault.
Usu say, Sankrofo we kura na mo say ye cho mo a asotwe ben na yemfa mo mo. Ye cho mo ye nya omodai. Omo mo di say wi ni say nyambrase mi. For abetro no to na subscribe Ghana News Central. Enti na no de yanka bi enhye ye nyina ye dem say yes, o come here bibra. Ahensem wo ho ya ehuru kotrokotro. But na no de yanka bi enhye na ete say ahensem wo boko. Se de esi apagya ma no ho mene so no. Na akwa se bola so se bi buru bola so ja. Ere na masesa unu mabeka say dum. Na de 9 kwesi na bi hu say yes, agya wo mpa. Anasa se bi unu ntwibini. Eni rese beta se ne taka. Enti se woni na se uti house of baby agina oni mra so na je se woda fa because ase na yetaka sa pepepe na boko nsensem na kwa akoye enti because o se maamefo ne nkwada bi ho won bambo sem wo fam na aduane di ho aye den because enyambra se bi ne wudi se bi because on potem ho ya wontumi mpie kura nkwafo nkopenuane befie medi wontumi mfa gra wan free fie nkonso nkosansu menom no ne wo se Ghana Armed Forces ene asrafo akatisim no hwe said a baby or wa bambo sem ne asomwie ni ho no betumi yi obafiri ho enti e ma asrafo ye say obekọ akofo omofiri Bawku edo makoboga enti bra omodo omofiri Bawku ko boga baby ofre wo Binduri ena sana nipa bonofo na otete mpotamu a wo so ti amanfo no etwato omo kototutu hia omo a eho no nipa miensa ye oye civilians to na nanu bonse do enti bra Ghana Armed Forces omo sa because no omo so na omo bodi pay ho do emubi na omo bodi pay ho do do makọ baby asumbi wo enti omo so hu sa pe na omo sane to edigu sankrofo ye beka sa omo ye se bandit fu se hwanfu omo sane to digu omo so e ma amunum ho a they were able to kill 7 people of them and omo sesa omo etuo ne som emoba bi ede kan ho na no chi omo chi nipa 10 ede free sa awudifo yi mu e ma de ka ye de na omo dwane but ne na hwe mu kire mu say dem say Ghana Armed Forces wo eda so wo sa bia ye ho na okoso aboban ama ahoto ne asomdwe gina brane e wo Bawku say de bia bituma gina brane no nipa maako 21 na esi amena ka say obo modin acheche omo na etuo ne ehon no ma waje de eyempemenim.
So 21 suspects having arrested in connection with the deadly attack on a military escorted convoy in Binduri in the Upper East region. The latest figure represents a sharp increase from the earlier count of 11 arrests as security agencies ramp up efforts to track down those behind the assault. The incident occurred on Monday, April 27, when a convoy transporting about 140 civilians from Bawku to Bolgatanga came under heavy gunfire from unidentified assailants. 3 civilians lost their lives in the attack, while another sustained injuries. Now, during the exchange of fire, 7 of the attackers were reportedly killed by military personnel. The Ghana Armed Force released a statement on the incident yesterday. Here are excerpts I'm just going to be reading to you on your screen. A Ghana Armed Forces escort convoy protecting 140 civilians was attacked this morning. That was yesterday because the statement was released yesterday, Monday, 27th May 2026 at Binduri by unknown elements. The convoy from Bawku towards Bolga was shot at several times, resulting in the death of 3 other civilians being escorted and injuring 1. The statement continues to report on the other happenings that says that in the process, the military successfully repulsed the attack on the convoy, resulting in the death of 7 assailants. In pursuit, the military discovered and retrieved from an escapee who went to a mosque a G3 automatic rifle, 2 filled magazines of 20 rounds each, and 176 rounds of additional ammunition. 10 other suspects were arrested and are assisting with investigation. And finally, the statement says from the Ghana Armed Forces, the Ghana Armed Forces wishes to caution all to desist from engaging the military or any other security service during its operations. It extends its heartfelt condolences to the families of the deceased and wishes the injured speedy recovery.
It's in Convoy, Ghana Armed Forces adwuma na omoye omachichi omono osusu sei nkenso senka omochi omokrombo do omba bebo amane nkenso wona nke omoye mo kasa yekum nipa sei mo mfa metu ya sei ya chi nipa sei ana yenchi omo na afi yenfo munye scapegoat ema amansan ene andasa ehu se so bifa na fofra enye ne Ghana ha se oba bese ya so nwini ahota Yankopon de adom ye no and ususu say we say no say yamfa ye nan ensi fom ye amabambo se mu anyra ebetumi agensemu ana say we die entumi nyensemu bia ye bo urade mpai se enyinsemu na say koba se ebia epegya kosoro a ebetumi agina no akoatia ama Ghana yakoso enye yasom we ni yahoto.
Is a simple public safety breach. What assailants and offenders are trying to do is to test the force of the military to see if the military do not respond appropriately. Then they will take the next step of reverting Bawku into the former days where public safety challenges and insecurity was the order of the day. So if you realize, they saw the military convoy, they didn't go for the military hardware, they went for a very soft target in a bus where they know there are a lot of civilians in there, just to test the force of the military. So for us within the security management environment, we say number one, there has been public safety challenge. Number two, there has been public safety lapses. Number three, we are looking at how the military is going to respond. And number four, we want to see if the military will respond appropriately to be able to curtail the intended purposes of the assailants. Other than that, the military will have a hard go on their hands when the assailants who are trying to revert Bawku, the peace Bawku has enjoyed so far, revert it back into the former days of insecurity. So this is where we are now. Definitely, there are no persons who have left Bawku. It is the security agencies' effort and the efficiency of what they do that has kept them underground.
Okay.
And so what they do is that because the intensity of the security activities within Bawku, that has managed to bring Bawku to a stable place where insecurity has been subsided. They watch carefully, they plan an attack to see the response of the security agencies. So whoever controls the public space will determine whether there will be insecurity or there will be some level of volatile situation, and that is where we are. What we need to do is to go back to what Asantehene said when he finished the mediation. He said during the reconciliation process, if he's given the permission, he will buy off the guns from the assailants or the offenders within the Bawku enclave. Yet the amnesty had some level of difficulties and they came strongly to get it done. But because the conflict is an economic business for a certain category of people, they will supply the needed equipment, including the kind of ammunition we are talking about. If the Asantehene mediation team could come on board to also be able to buy some of these arms from the hands of the assailants, that will also help. But the major question or the bigger question we need to be asking is, why do we have civilians waging a war with the military, with the kind of military equipment and accoutrements we are talking about? If you have a civilian holding such a weapon, then the civilian has moved from a position of a civilian into a combatant. And why you are not allowing your law enforcement officers to deal with them as people who come unto them as warriors and they are in a position of combatancy?
Don't forget, as I say, Ghana, Babu, when you have say, one tell say, Magan and Penny Phone tons are say, Nigerians and foreigners. You know, Kodan, China, shows are hold. And even so, the rooms are hold hang foreigners or Montiasi and also come. I see Montens or Moya who protest a hold. Yeah, no, so a month when Yabra or Casafa.
We should stop renting rooms for Nigerians. We should stop renting shops for Nigerians. Those who are selling lands for foreigners, they should stop. Foreigners who are buying land in Ghana, a time will come We are going to take all those things back from you people. The country belongs to Ghanaians. We can't share our country with anybody. Ghana is for Ghanaians alone. So my advice to the ladies who are giving themselves to Nigerian guys, they are using you people to destroy Ghana. Nigeria.
I don't know. Aye. For adventure at all, we are not subscribing. Nippon 21 na Ghana Armed Forces. Or macho win. Who's such a ben. And I am far more. Yan day. We are Sherman Yabi. In Yabi, and you said they are air core. And in their air bed and Ghana mountains.